watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
Record amount of rain, and this morning, just after midnight, we set a record high temperature here in Grand Rapids, but since then, temperatures have been falling, especially from Grand Rapids west and northwestward. And you can kind of see the makeup right here, what's going on. Grand Rapids Airport officially right now, 39 degrees, even cooler yet in Grand Haven. Holland, 43 degrees, but look at this, just a trek down US 131, downtown Kalamazoo, hang on to temperatures very close to 50 degrees. So there's essentially a stationary front, and we just have to wait for an area of low pressure to move through the area. Then we'll start bringing in colder air throughout the whole viewing area. And with this area of low pressure lingering around, we're still talking about rain showers with temperatures above the freezing mark. Let me back up here and point out the radar. Right now on Storm Track radar throughout the viewing area, we're noticing just rain showers, although a little bit of a mix has been reported up around the Big Rapids area. Let's first close in on the Grand Rapids area. You can see you'll be using your windshield wipers, or at least need your umbrella if you're heading out for maybe that lunch on this Wednesday noon hour. Let me broaden the view, and here is the other part of the story, and this is the story that's going to take over the headlines over the next several days. You can see the rain-snow transition line not that far away, but it is creeping ever so slowly to the east. That transition line just made it east of Milwaukee, still not into the Chicago area yet. It has made it into the Traverse City location. How fast is it tracking to the east? Well, at most around 15 to 20 miles an hour. I think here in Grand Rapids, we'll see the light rain transition over to some light snow. Give it about 4 hours before it reaches here. What we have to do is wait for an area of low pressure, basically south of Chicago, to move right through the viewing area. And until that happens, that will keep our temperatures kind of a split throughout the area. Here's the latest on where that area of low pressure is right now, and with that stationary front, that split is going on. It looks like most of the heavier snow will stay on the other side of the lake for the meantime. Temperatures currently 40 in Grand Rapids, 47 Kalamazoo, still hanging on to 50 in Coldwater, the coldest readings to the north and west of us. Visibilities have improved since earlier this morning. Just about everybody at 1.25 miles and above. Wind out there, note Kalamazoo still out of the south, also Battle Creek, but here in Grand Rapids out of the east and northeast to our northwest. And it looks like those colder temperatures will take a little while before they will arrive. Here's what it looks like over the next 24 hours. 6 o'clock, that transition line basically making it the Grand Rapids, South Haven area, Greenville to the north and west, and will continue gradually working its way to the east this evening. Once it does, the lake effect snow or lake enhanced snow will move in, and I think roadways have become pretty slick out there, especially mid to latter parts of the evening hours across the viewing area. And certainly that will be the case with all the rain that we've had recently, and with the temperatures falling to around 20 degrees by daybreak. That certainly will make for some very slippery roads, especially outside the main roads. Noon hour tomorrow, near steady temperatures. Wind chill temperatures will be in the single digits across the area, and that's going to lead to quite a cold day and continue with the lake effect snow showers out there. And speaking of snow, how much can we expect to be shoveling? Well, Laura Velasquez has the latest on that.
And lake effect snow events, we do see the higher amounts along the Lake Michigan shoreline, and that's where there is a lake effect snow watch in effect. You can see this actually issued from the National Weather Service, includes the western 2 rows of counties. As always, that good dividing line is along and west of US 131. We see the higher snowfall totals. And how much are we expecting? Well, look in that deep blue color along the lake shore. This runs from this evening through Friday. That's the same time frame the watch is out for as well. 6 to perhaps 12 inches of snow in some cases, and to be completely honest, there could be a few locales that clock in with slightly higher than 12-inch amounts. Think about that last event we have. This is going to be very similar for the Grand Rapids area down to around Kalamazoo. We're looking more in that 3 to 6 inch range, and then lesser amounts as you head inland. Again, this is going to be spread over several days, though. Looks like the heaviest of the snow is actually going to come Thursday into Thursday night. It'll take its time to pick up in intensity tonight, and then it'll tend to taper off on Friday as well. So you are going to be doing a little shoveling just about anywhere you live, but the heaviest amounts are going to be to the west, right along the Lake Michigan shoreline. And then more snow is to come over the weekend. Matt has details with the 8-day forecast.
And the forecast calls for Arctic air to move in. This Arctic air mass will not be as cold as what we had earlier last week, but certainly cold enough to really generate that lake effect snow, which Laura just talked about. And it's going to stick around right in through this upcoming weekend. I think everybody will have a white ground by Friday morning, and even earlier than that, closer to the lake shore, moderating temps a little bit early into next week. But winter is coming back.
Yes, it is. It certainly is.
I think one of the things some people may notice too is with the slightly warmer temps too, we're looking at perhaps those snowflakes being a little bit bigger this time. When it started the last time around, we had those really tiny little microscopic snowflakes. These might be a little bit bigger. They tend to pile up a little bit quicker too.
Pile up faster, better for making snowmen, maybe?
Maybe, but we're going to have to wait for those temperatures to warm up a bit, maybe early next week.
We should have a
Okay.
snowball fight on Daybreak. That's what we should do.
Oh, bring it on!
If we have time, you guys are going to be forecasting, and we're going to be out on the streets taking care of traffic, so it's going to be a mess. There'll be no time to be doing snowballs.
There's always time.
You just think that Storm
You're gonna be
Team 8
the
would
fir-
win.
You're right. We don't want to take on the Kirkland. You're right.